up, folks? It's your least favorite fat man, Greg Black. And it's the new year. It's 2020. Yeah, that's right. It's 2020. We just rung that in on Wednesday. Pretty sure a lot of you already know that. But me reminding you that it's the new year isn't the reason why I'm doing this video. The reason I'm doing this video is because, well, to be quite honest, it's always good to talk about your goals, your dreams, what you wish to achieve. It's always good to share those things. I mean, yeah, there's certain things you don't share, which is true, because sometimes when you put things out into the universe, sometimes those things don't happen to come to fruition. And the crazy, really funky thing is, I learned that the hard way last year in 2019. See, I have a lot of plans, a lot of goals, a lot of dreams, a lot of aspirations. And while things started to turn out really, I wouldn't say really good, but pretty damn good towards the end of 2019, the majority of 2019 was rough. It was rough. I mean, I know you guys have seen some of the vlogs that I posted up. Some of you guys have seen some of the things I've spoken about. And yeah, I'm outside right now. It's actually a little bit warmer. Before you could see my breath. But yeah, man. I learned the hard way that sometimes when you dream too big, too quickly, those dreams don't happen to come to fruition. And I got a loose hair. Yeah, my hair is still pretty damn long. It's pretty damn messy too. That's why I'm wearing my hat. But yeah, I just decided to come downstairs, get some air. Because, you know, it's always good to get outside, get some air. Clear your thoughts, think about things, you know. And if the latter half of 2019 was anything, it was an important period of clarity, because there were things that I had tried for, things that I had, applied to, things that I had worked on that did not come to fruition. Some things kind of fell on my lap. But a lot of things, nah, not really. That's mostly due to bad planning or just not taking advantage of timing. Not a situation, but of timing. And I had to learn the hard way that, sometimes when an opportunity falls on your lap, you gotta take that opportunity. I'm over here looking like a scarecrow right now. And my brim is uneven. What the hell? This is how you know this is one of my favorite hats. This is one of my oldest hats, because look at how beat up this cap is. And this is an official field cap. This is the official one, There ain't even a logo on the sides. But yeah, man. I went through some hard times this year. Well, last year. Not this year. Last year. 2019. I went through some hard times. Some really hard times. And I'll be honest in saying that there were times where I was looking like I wanted to give up. I had a bit of a rough spot. I mean, if you remember in one of the other vlogs, one during the summer actually, that I mentioned, I had a bit of a breakdown because things just weren't happening. Things weren't going the way that they should have, And realistically, some things were beyond my control, but there were other things that were within my control that I didn't necessarily, focus on as much as I should have. There were things that I probably should have paid more attention to, and I probably should have put more effort towards. That just nothing happened. Nothing came to fruition. So, by the latter part of 2019, things started to kind of come into play. Things started to kind of, fall into place. And now is the time when I am getting on my focus on that, because I experienced a lot of hardships in the last few years. A lot of them. And some of those hardships, a good chunk of those hardships, were of my own stupidity, of my own causes, of my own doing. And I can't blame anyone. I can't put the blame on anyone but myself. And I know there's going to be hardships for me moving forward. I'm well aware of this, because that's just how life is. You have your easy times, but you also have your rather tedious and, rough, annoying, mind-numbingly maddening moments. That happens. That really does happen. And, I'm well aware of that. And I'm not going to say that I'm prepared, because you can never fully be prepared. But you can be fully prepared for some things, but not everything. I mean, currently right now, I am mentally and emotionally in a much better spot than I was 6 months ago. Mentally and emotionally in a far better spot than I was a year ago. Mentally and emotionally superior to where I was 2 or 3 years ago. But that doesn't mean that the work is done. No, far from it. There's still work to do. There's still room for growth. And that's exactly what this year and everything that I put my energies into, my efforts into, is going to go towards. You see, I realize that you're never going to have all the answers. I mean, I realized this a long time ago. Don't mind me, I'm in front of my building. And literally, I'm standing right in front of my building. You can see the, But, I realize, you're never going to have all the answers. And that's just not how life is. You're not supposed to have all of the answers. Because if you did, life would be boring. And, even with the mishaps, even with the annoying moments, even with the situations that just get you angry and upset and everything, that's what makes life interesting. And like I said, I'm a work in progress. I know this. I realize this. I'm trying to do everything I can, and sometimes I slack off. Like, I've been doing keto for the last few months, but I've been slacking off for the last month. Not even going to lie about it. I've been slacking. I've been heavily slacking and snacking. Okay, maybe not so much snacking. Well, yeah, snacking. But, yeah. It's something that I gotta work towards. And to go focused on it. But I'm going to be realistic about it. Because, you see, I understand that this diet isn't just a diet. It has to be a lifestyle for it to work. I get that. That's how it is with any diet. You have to essentially make it a lifestyle. And for a few months, that's what it was. For a few months, that's exactly what it was. I was trying to be good, and I was doing pretty well, and then it just, you know, going out with friends, sometimes you go to places, you go out late at night, and it's just like, you can't really find anything that really pertains to your, you know, especially if you're on keto, you can't really find anything that pertains to what what you're doing. So this year, I'm going to be realistic. When I'm home, I'll do my damnedest to be as strict as humanly possible. If I'm over at a friend's house and they have, the essentials for me to do that, I'm going to try to be as, on point as possible. If I'm out, I have to be realistic. Not every place caters to particular diets. Not every place, really has options like that. So if I'm outside and there's no options, it is what it is. If I gotta eat, I gotta eat. At the same time, I'm gonna be more active than I was in the last month. Because, I put a little bit of weight back on. Not a lot, but a little bit, and I'm not happy. Because I stood at one weight for a month, and then the very next month it just went up a bit. Not a whole lot, but enough for me to be angry at myself for that. And not so angry, beat myself up, oh, you're a piece of crap, Greg, you shouldn't have done that. No, none of that. Just I should have put a little more effort. About as much effort as I did when I started. But that's what promises to yourself are. Because I don't do resolutions anymore, because it's hard to keep a resolution. But if you keep a promise, if you have a promise to yourself, if you make a promise to yourself, you have to try to keep it. And that's what I'm doing. And it's not just with the diet, it's with everything. With my wrestling, with my writing, with my video editing, all that. That's what it's going to be. That is what it's going to be. So, this is my proclamation. 2020 is going to be a year. There's going to be rough periods, and I accept that. I very much accept that. But I am going to do my best. I am going to try harder than I've ever tried. I'm even doing things like trying to go back to school. So that should tell you something. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to freaking do it, because I can't stay spot. I can't stay here when I want to go here. You understand? So, to everyone watching, and to those who just happened to find my video by chance, I want to wish all of you a happy new year. I mean, I know it's the 3rd now, but I want to wish all of you a happy new year. A very healthy and a very prosperous new year. A very safe new year. And by safe, I mean, let's try to stay alive in this one. I've already lost too many people. And I know death is a part of life, but we gotta try. So, until next time, folks, this is Greg Black, wishing you a very happy new year, very safe, prosperous new year. Let's get this thing done. Let's do this. All right, later.